I'm Elena with Fresh Ground Yoga, and we're going to move through a sequence today that's good for getting over the hump of the work week. So if you have had a long week or just a long day, I have your back. So we will get started in a comfortable seat. So go ahead and grab a blanket or a pillow if you'd like to lift the hips up. And whenever you get there, go ahead and close the eyes or soften the gaze. And just notice what happens when you try to sit up tall through the spine. We'll take a quick check of what's going on in the neck and the upper body. Breathe that in. And let it go with your exhale. And then just notice what's going on in the lower body. Any tightness, anything that's touching the ground, what that feels like. And we'll take a good inhale in. And exhale, we'll let that go. We'll slowly send the hands out by our sides. We're just going to start with some slow circles with the arms. So just making circles forward, nice and small. And then as you continue here, you can integrate the shoulder a little bit more. So start rocking the shoulders up towards the ears and back down. This could be as fast or as slow as you like. And then as you continue here, make your circles bigger and bigger. Really getting in there, lifting the shoulders up. And then let's reverse it. Small circles, starting out. Integrating the shoulder a little bit more. One's starting to pop a little bit, so just notice the range of motion you have. Notice if you begin to kind of slouch through the spine, see if you can sit up nice and tall. All right, and let's give the arms a break. We'll go ahead and drop those down by our sides. Let's take a side twist. So left hand's going to come behind, right hand to the top of the right knee. We'll look behind us. Breathe deep. Sit up tall. And slowly we'll unwind and come to the other side. Right hand comes behind, left hand comes to the top of the right knee. All right, nice and slow, we'll come back to center. This time interlacing the fingertips, pressing the elbows out, and then extending the arms forward. We'll send the hands up and back. Deep breath in. Really lifting up through the heart space, grounding down through the knees and the hips. And then on your next exhale, we'll rain the fingertips down. We're going to repeat this a few times here with the breath. So inhaling, interlacing, pressing the palms forward, up and back. And then exhaling, let that go. Still option here to keep the eyes closed. Trusting yourself in the process here. All right, let's do two more. Inhaling the lift. And when you're satisfied, we'll slowly come forward onto all fours. Setting yourself up for greatness with your shoulders over your wrists and your hips over your knees. Let's take a couple dips of the belly, cat-cow, inhaling To look up, hips up, exhaling to round through the spine. Chin draws in towards the chest. Press into the tops of the feet. And just repeat that a few times. And you might veer off the structure here by looking past your left shoulder, looking past the right shoulder, bumping the hips around. Starting to uncrumple, to release the day, release the week this far. All right, now we'll press into the palms, curl the toes under, sending the hips up and back for downward facing dog. Go ahead and take it for a little walk, really pressing into all 10 knuckles, pedaling it out through the feet. Maybe bending the elbows here just to slide the shoulder blades down the back body. And lastly, see what's going on with the neck. Tuck the chin, lengthening through the spine all the way from the tip of the tail to the crown. All right, and we'll find stillness here for a couple breaths. So inhale through the nose and out through the mouth. Big cleansing breath. And nice and slow, we'll drop the left heel down, send the right leg up high behind you. So lift through the right leg, right toes down towards the floor. And you might bend through that right knee if that feels good and start making some circles with the right knee. One way and then the other, just in your own time here. And then we'll bring that to stillness and step it up and through towards your right hand, dropping onto our left knee for a low lunge. So get organized, shuffle the feet around, really get some stability underneath you. So right knee will be over the right ankle. And then when you're ready, we'll inhale to lift the hands forward, up and back for crescent lunge. Maybe looking up towards the sky. Dropping the shoulders down and away, and then finding some integrity in our core by drawing the navel in towards the spine. Notice what's going on here. You can always flip onto the top of that back foot or leave the toes curled under. We'll be here for one more breath. Inhale, look up. And exhale, rain it down. We'll plant the palms. Go ahead and lift that back knee. Step the right foot back to meet the left for downward facing dog. Send the hips up high. Maybe rock through the hips a little bit here. And we'll return to those cleansing breaths, inhaling through the nose and out through the mouth. Do one more just like that. And when you're ready, we'll drop the right heel to the earth, lift the left leg up behind us. So three-legged dog. Go ahead and bend through the left knee if you'd like and start making circles with the leg one way and then the other. Opening up through the hip here a little bit, practicing some balance to get out of our heads and into our body. All right, and then we'll squeeze the knee up and in towards the chest, moving towards the front of the mat, stepping the left foot all the way up and through, dropping onto our right knee. And then taking a moment to get organized on this side, knee over ankle. And then inhale, reaching the hands forward, up and back, arms up towards the sky. Dropping our shoulders down, crescent lunge. Taking it all in, deep breaths. All right, two more big breath cycles here, deep inhales. All right, nice and slow, we'll rain it down, plant the palms. Let's step that left foot back for downward facing dog once again. Last downward facing dog, so really pedal it out, make it count.
Take another cleansing breath or two. That feels good. And then we'll slowly start to come onto our toes and rock forward as we walk the hands forward, like we're coming up and over the hump here, right? And then we're going to slowly lower down like a plank position, lowering onto the knees. Our chest is going to come down, our chin towards the mat, and then we'll scoop the chest forward for cobra, flipping onto the tops of the feet, opening the heart, and then exhaling, allowing the forehead to come back down to the mat. Let's curl the toes under, and then sit the hips back for child's pose. Your choice to either spread the knees wide and send the arms out long, or you can bring the knees in together and then stretch your arms back towards your feet, allowing the shoulders to roll forward. This is our last pose of our practice today, so go ahead and settle in here. Take a quiet couple moments here just to reflect, just to be. And slowly start to wiggle the fingertips, the toes. We'll slowly just slide it back up to a seated position. And take your time getting there. We'll return to that cross-legged seat that we began our practice in, finding our eyes closed or our gaze soft. Returning to some deep breaths. Just notice how you feel. And we'll bring our palms together at heart center. Thank you so much for joining. I hope this practice served. We'll bow to one another, the big picture, and the invitation to whisper namaste.